Hello everyone and welcome back to Will a Wonderful World for episode 11. Now, at the end of the last episode, we got 3 new letters, one for Jimmy, one for Alicia, and one for Spotty. Jimmy's is on his own, so I'm going to do his first, but Alicia's and Spotty's are together. We also have 2 X endings for Chang and Kang. Not exactly sure how their situation is going to get changed just yet, but I will come back to those once we stop getting new letters. For now, like I said, I'm going to come back over here to Jimmy's letter since he's on his own and continue on from there. The manga was gray. The sky was gray. Even the Happy 3 friends that had been playing on the screen looked gray. Happy 3 friends? That's a very nice ripoff. Aw, Jimmy. He looks better there than he did before. I like his computer here. MoonQuest. I'm assuming this is some sort of Flappy Bird. The wonderful something. I don't know, animation. He likes animation. Dubstep. Of course he likes dubstep. I dig his Spotty jacket he's got on back here. For the past 2 days, I'd been faking a foot injury. I hadn't left the room at all. Even all of my meals had been brought home by Rocky. I felt like a lump of sludge rotting in front of the computer, staring at it all day. Why would she spend her birthday with the art teacher, Mr. Wynn? Were they a couple? I closed the episode of Happy 3 Friends. I then logged into my secret blog. All of the recent entries had been about her. The most recent one had some pictures that I had taken on her birthday. She had gone into a cafe with Mr. Wynn. They then left together, rode the subway together, and they even went into the same apartment building. Well, it's kind of because they live together. Aw, he's crying. When? Jimmy, calm down, man. She's just not into you. I mean, maybe that's where the story is going to go. Maybe she will be into him. I don't know. We'll have to see. But just cheer up, man. Cheer up. Maybe she'll come around. Even if not, there's better fish in the sea. Even though I had soon found out that they were neighbors, still, it felt like too much of a coincidence. Did she move next door to him, knowing that he lived there? No. No. I kept scrolling through the pictures, imagining that it had been me with her instead. I had been looking at her from far away, but I couldn't summon the courage. God damn it, I know this is supposed to be heartfelt, but based off of the way he was acting before, sending her creepy emails and stuff, he's a bit of a creeper, but at the same time I feel bad for the guy, like, because I know what it's like to kind of be on his end of the situation, not necessarily so far on the creepy side, but yeah. When I finally had my line ready, it was Mr. Wynn who got ahead of me. Jimmy, I'm gonna eat the last piece of cake in the fridge if you don't, Rocky yelled from the living room. Yeah, go ahead. I wiped my face hastily. Thank you. I'll bring you more chicken legs tonight. Rocky had thought it was my birthday 2 days ago. I had ordered the cake from Hong Kong. Thank goodness I hadn't put her name on it. I took another glance at those annoying pictures and clicked the delete button. Fuck. That just hit me on a personal level. The confirmation dialogue popped up. Yet, I couldn't do it. I dragged myself to the bathroom. I looked in the mirror. My face was horribly pale, my hair was all messed up, and my eyes were so red. Even the reflection seemed to be mocking my loser self. I took a wet towel and went back to the computer. I rinsed my glass with boiled water and poured some milk into it. I grabbed the face cream and squeezed it. So, I'm going to pause. I know this is getting heartfelt, but I'm going to pause for just a moment. You took the time to boil the water to rinse the glass out, but you didn't take the time to clean it? It would have just been faster. I don't know. I held the glass up and stirred, then took a big sip. I didn't realize I had just made a huge mistake. I just thought that milk tasted bitter because of my horrible mood. Yet, it also had a minty taste. Did he put the fucking face cream? And my tongue was feeling a little numb. Yeah, probably. I looked at the bottle I had just used. Well, you used a cup for the milk, so. Smoothie face cream. Make your face smooth like a smoothie. Then I remembered that I had run out of honey half a month ago. I spit all the remaining flavored milk in my mouth onto the computer. Oh, he poured the face cream into the... Okay, got it. But the real tragedy was still yet to come. While I was busy wiping my keyboard, I accidentally pressed enter. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Oh my god. I never had any backup for these pictures, as I had always felt guilty about them in the first place. So now they were all gone. All gone. Jimmy. Again, like I said, this is hitting me on a personal level, because I had a bunch of photos deleted. At one point, not by my choice, and I didn't find out about it until maybe a week after it had been done, and there was absolutely nothing I could do about it. Anyways, like I said, I'm just gonna move on. Okay, if he does the face cream after, or if he does the face cream first, then he puts that in there and then he rinses it out with the boiled water anyways, so let's see what happens there. I really do like this music that's going on right now. I eventually hit the cancel button. I still couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't tell if I was just too tired or if it was because of the milk. I hunched over the desk and fell asleep. Does milk really make people that sleepy? I've even tried warm milk before. It doesn't do anything for me. But then again, coffee and energy drinks don't do anything for me. So, I don't know. Well, that was a very quick ending. Wow. Rank S ending right away. And that's the absolute best ending. Okay, I'm going to try one more outcome just because. I'm going to grab the face cream after. I'm just going to try this and then I'm going to switch it back to the other ending. Oh, that's the exact same ending. What if he takes a sip before he rinses it? I don't know. Okay, that does make a different ending. Okay, let's see how this changes things. The sip of water I had just taken must have been sitting there for days. The next thing I knew, I was feeling my stomach rumbling and hurting. I rushed into the bathroom. I was feeling like crap and I had to suffer through this. I couldn't have felt worse. Jimmy, let me see your homework. Yeah, it's on the computer. Just check for yourself. No guarantee it'll be right. Got it. Jimmy, you are the man. Let me know if I can help you out sometime. Why did I never have any luck? My goddess of fortune, where on earth are you? I'm right here, Jimmy. That was still a rank A ending, so either it was completely shitty or it wasn't entirely shitty. Okay, well, I'm gonna hit done. Ooh. What's wrong with this pen? It's not working again. What great timing. It's so annoying. Willie gave me this pen. Willie? Also, that's a badass pen. Although it looks like a pen, it's not for writing. I need to use it to slice up the letters, which will then split into pieces. So it's like an X-Acto knife, but god level? I can then rearrange the pieces before pressing a button on the pen, which makes the pieces reattach themselves into an intact letter. They're getting more in-depth into the story and some of the background, which is awesome. I'm loving it. I really hope we get to see some of the spook, or see what's going on with the god dog talking about my past that I don't remember, but he remembers. And he also talked about deleting my memory, or erasing my memory, so... Afterwards, the events in the human's life will happen according to my new arrangement. I can even read about the aftermath in the letter, too. However, recently, the pen has started to act weird often. Rumbling. I guess that's her stomach? I'm hungry. Yep. Huh, it's time for afternoon tea. That's strange. Usually, Willie would be bringing me snacks by now. Willie! Oh, that's the dog. I feel like an idiot, because I didn't know he had a name this whole time. I don't know if I was even told in the beginning. I probably was. Knowing me, I'm just an idiot. Willie? Willie, where are you? Oh, here we go. Something's about to happen. It's so dark. Where is he gone? It's so dark here. The stairs seem very old, too. What on earth are you doing here? Turn around, don't look! As if I wanted to. What happened? Did she... Ouch. Why is it so dark here? Is the light bulb out? I wonder if she, like, fell over? Okay. Yeah, it has been for a long time. Why don't you have it fixed? Wait, why can't we fix it ourselves? Aren't we gods? Shouldn't we be able to fix a light bulb with a simple wave of our hand? Who told you that? Even gods have their limitations, and we can't get whatever we want. You should learn to appreciate what we do have. Are you saying we need to buy things too, like humans? Well, we're not entirely like humans in this regard. We don't have to pay rent or mortgage to live here, but not everything is free. We don't need money, but we need faith from the humans. You mean, like, the more people that go to a temple or church to pray to us, even worship us, the better our lives will become? Yes, more or less. That's actually a really interesting take on gods. However, we are not like those gods in the normal sense. For example, in a place with an extreme drought, people would often pray for rain, right? The normal gods... Oh, so there's more than one of them. Okay. Interesting. The normal gods would just give them rain if they are satisfied with the prayers. This way, the humans would know that their wishes had been granted. But if we were to grant their wishes, it would mean that the drought had never happened in the first place. This is true, and it brings up another really important point about these gods. We're changing time. We're not affecting things in the future like most real-world gods do. Therefore, the humans would never realize that their wishes had been granted, because there had never been a drought. Therefore, they would never have to pray either. I see. So, you're saying that all those people who have asked for our help never realized that they have done so? Does that mean we're gonna starve to death? That's not gonna happen. But we might be living in poverty, and we might be suffering. Might? I feel like you would know. It's hard being a god. Well, don't think about it too much. Anyway, were you looking for me? Oh, right, I almost forgot. The pen hasn't been working well recently. Is it broken? I mean, it's been working well for me. I haven't seen any issues. It's too dark in here. I can barely see. Let's go upstairs to your room. Isn't there a room right here? Speaking of which, didn't you just come out from there? Is this your room? Yes, it is. Well, no. I haven't even asked yet. I'm assuming something's in there. Something having to do with him being omnipotent or whatever the fuck. Or omniscient, rather, not omnipotent. The more he does not want me inside, the more curious I get. Is he hiding something unspeakable? I mean, that's what I'm assuming. But I twisted my ankle when I fell down. I really don't want to climb the stairs. No problem. Huh? How did we get back up here in my room? So he's more than omniscient. He's all-powerful. So he is omnipotent. I knew it. Shrug, because I'm a god. I mean, that's kind of true. That's awesome. You know how to teleport? Can I do that too? Perhaps. Let me take a look at the pen. Well, it might be getting too old to work properly. Just try again later. It should be fine. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I'll go prepare some snacks for you. Just lie down and rest your ankle. Teleportation. Humna, humna, humna. What? Humna, humna, humna? I don't know what that means. I want to teleport. Well, that didn't work. How can I do that? I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. Alright, we got some new letters. Again, one new letter. For Lee Wen. Okay, but it's a new letter, and I still haven't done the ones for Alicia and Spotty. So we're going to do these real quick. As I noticed in the last episode, this is the last one for Spotty. I wonder if there's probably going to be more on a branching path, maybe coming off of this one. But I doubt it. We'll just have to see. I guess we'll start here with Alicia, one-armed man. I picked a random bottle from hundreds of bottles of fine wine in the underground wine cellar and put it on the luxurious short table in front of the old man. He nodded with approval and popped the cork. The bright red liquid was poured into an exquisite-looking wine glass, and it was swirling and glistening like flowing ruby. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. I was standing next to him. Sweat was pouring out of my forehead. As soon as he drank the wine that had just been flavored by me, I would unquestionably become a murderer. But justified murderer at that, Alicia. Don't forget that. I would no longer be a good Catholic. Again, justifiable. I feel like Jesus would be okay with it. But I had no other choice. I would not let myself be tortured to death in this damned place. I especially would not let myself die without ever seeing Carlos again. He had killed so many innocent people, and I had every reason to send him to his final judgment in front of the Heavenly Father. Money Jaw's lips had already touched the glass when the housekeeper knocked on the door and informed him that there was a visitor. Oh, I hope the visitor doesn't accidentally drink that specific glass for some reason. A man with only one arm was sitting on the sofa in the living room. A couple of tall, muscular bodyguards were standing behind him, ready for instructions from their boss. One-armed man, that sounds very familiar. Maybe in one of the other letters, or maybe I'm just thinking about the one-armed man from Twin Peaks. I don't know. That sounds familiar, though. I'd never seen Money Jaw act more like a spineless, ass-kissing weasel before. He had the most cowardly smile on his face. He seemed determined to lower himself as much as possible in front of the one-armed man. To lower himself? I don't know what that means. The man yawned and grabbed the bottle of the flavored wine on the table. Was he gonna drink it? No. He couldn't drink that. I stepped forward. Well, no telling if the poison is fast-acting or what. I mean, maybe it tastes a little bit. He grabbed the bottle, emptied it with a smile on his face, and forced everything gurgling down. It was already too late. The wine and cyanide mixture went down his throat and into his stomach. He suddenly stood up, with his hand grabbing at the sofa. Then he stumbled and fell. Oh, well, I mean, if it was cyanide, I can see that it was pretty instant. His whole body was twitching on the floor. His hand was now grabbing at his own throat. His mouth was wide open, but he couldn't breathe. The rest of the wine spilled out of the dropped bottle, turning the white velvet floor to a bright red color. The bodyguards were all panicking. Boss Ray? Boss Ray? Mr. Tough, Boss Ray is... What are you waiting for? Call an ambulance. No ambulance could be faster than cyanide, though. Almost immediately, the one-armed man died. Money Jaw had been sitting on the sofa as if he had been paralyzed. He kept staring at the body with an incredulous look on his face. He didn't move, nor say a word until the bodyguards pointed the guns at his head. It's her. That bitch did it. She poisoned the wine. They wouldn't let anyone get away at this point. They stuffed Money Jaw and I into the trunk of a car. Both of you? A proper greeting would be waiting for us. Quote-unquote proper greeting. Alicia. Alright. Let's see how things are going for Spotty. The fury of the cat. My late daddy used to lecture me, saying that it was dangerous for us to have a too predictable daily routine, as the humans might be able to track our activities. Despite that, I had developed a habit of visiting the fresh seafood store at the corner of the street every day at noon. Today, as usual, I was tank shopping. The tanks in the lobby, pondering the most important question to me. What was for lunch? I was tank shopping the... Oh, C4. I feel like an idiot. God damn it. The fish in the left tank were all too big. The fish in the tank next to my feet looked delicious, but there were only 6 of them left, and it would be too obvious if I stole one. I decided that I would go with the tank on the top right corner. No one would notice if one fish was missing, as there were so many in it. And they had fewer bones, too. Most importantly, they were really fresh. I hunched my back and was about to jump up when my ears picked up a tiny noise behind me. The owner had just come into the lobby from the back. I quickly hid behind a tank and watched as he opened the roller door, washed the ground in front of the entrance, and sat down to wait for the first order of the day. The owner had blonde hair and blue eyes, which was not common in this city. The other humans called him Alex, hey! I sneaked up to the door and meowed softly, pretending that I had just arrived. Following the principle of not trusting humans, I would never intentionally expose my tracks to humans. Still, sometimes I wondered if I needed to be so careful around these humans, whose every move was always so predictable. Move, as I said. Take this guy, for instance. I was sure he would not chase me off. Hey, here you are. Just wait there for a second. A couple minutes later, he placed a glass in front of me and poured me half a glass of milk. Oh, it smelled so good. Milk was truly a cat's best friend. But then I realized I wouldn't be getting any fish today. I meowed at the owner with my cutest expression. I want a full glass. He scratched his chin, seemed to understand something, and went to go grab something from a cabinet. Then he put a few pieces of dried fish in front of me. Yes! Ew. After Daddy had passed away, I spent a whole month eating the dried fish that we had saved together. Ever since then, even the sight of dried fish had been enough to make me sick. I don't like fish, but I think dried fish would probably taste better than fresh fish. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. I've never tried dried fish. He pet me on the head. In the end, as a stray cat, I did not have the luxury to be picky about food. Besides, as long as I got along with this human, I could come back often and steal more fresh fish. So I bent my neck and rubbed my head against his hand, pretending to be a docile little kitty, and meowed happily at him. For the record, I was not actually happy. I was licking the milk with my head down, when a strong smell of alcohol almost choked me. Patooey! Someone spat his phlegm in the nearest fish tank. So, okay. I thought maybe the milk had alcohol in it or something. I was confused. Pfeh, here comes trouble. A man with black hair stood in front of the shop. A half-empty beer bottle was dangling from his hand, making a splashing sound. His eyes were wandering and unfocused. I recognized him. He lived in the small house which was the highest one in the community in the hills. Both his wife and his son had blonde hair and blue eyes. They were much better looking than him. Oh, so it's the dad. Although I had not seen them for a while, I heard that the wife had committed suicide. Oh, shit. Wow. The owner's eyes stayed fixated on his newspaper, but his hands were trembling. Well, as far as I knew, the relationship between the owner and the other guy's family had been complicated, to say the least. The black-haired man's... Oh, crap, I think I just broke my headphones. Hang on. Okay, no, I didn't. I'm just freaking out over nothing. The black-haired man's blonde wife had often been seen hanging out with the owner in a very intimate way. Whenever the neighbors nearby saw them together, they would gossip about it. The owner was very concerned, but the woman didn't seem to care at all. Once I heard some humans chatting that the blonde woman had some kind of illness. What kind of illness would make people behave like that? I couldn't understand. The man had always been very nice to his wife. It's also very interesting that this cat, or that the cats in this world, know more about what's going on around them. I don't think cats fully understand what exactly is going on around them, like suicide and, and all of this. I don't know. Maybe they do. But the wife was a dragon lady. Not only did she have an affair, she would even beat up her husband and her son. Wait. Once I even heard her calling her own son a bastard. Wait, whoa. This is backwards. What? The fuck? He looks so much like her. How could he not be her own son? I'm so lost, but... okay. Well, it was terrible. As the days went by, the man began to lose his spirit too, and he wouldn't go anywhere without alcohol. Is this a different family? I was thinking it was still Park's family, but... the mom was really nice, not mean. Oh, that's weird. But the one who had suffered the most must be the little boy. No, it is Park's family. What the shit? He was so pretty, and looked nothing like the other kids, so no other children would play with him. Sometimes I would run into the boy, and if I had nothing else to do, I'd play with him for a little while. If he happened to have some change on him, he would even buy me some milk. Aww. Compared to his parents, the kid was almost like an angel with catnip. Anyway, it was not a normal family. The man stared at the owner for a while. His mouth squeezed out a psst. Then his eyes turned to me. He crouched down, knocked over the glass. All of the milk spilled out. Some even got on my paws. It wasn't the first time this had happened, but the owner still didn't move at all, as if it had nothing to do with him. "Damn you, stupid human! How dare you interrupt my meal? You wait there!" I stared at the stone-faced man, waving my waving my fist. "I swear I'm gonna stuff dead rats into your bed tonight." Spotty. Oh, man. Spotty, you rebel. You feline rebel. Okay. Let's see this here. If I leave this over here... If I leave everything over here, what's going to happen on this side? She's probably going to kill that dude. But I'm also assuming this side's probably going to go bad too. I don't know though. Both sides are changing. Alright, that's good. Let's see what changes. He put down the bottle. He then spoke to me in his drunken voice. I've won the lottery. He took another chug of the beer. I've won 1,000,000 won. I'm not making a burp noise, so fuck y'all. I'm gonna give my son back. I looked at the spilled milk, feeling irritated. What the cat hell? Did it have anything to do with me? I waved my fist at the stone-faced man. You just wait. I swear I'm gonna stuff dead rats in your bed tonight. Damn you, human. Okay, things didn't really change for Spotty too much. The one-armed man put down the wine glass and picked up the phone handed to him by a scar-faced henchman who stood behind him. It seemed that something more urgent had come up, and the gang left the mansion immediately. As soon as he had sent them away, the old man changed into his normal self and smashed the remaining bottle of wine on the table. Damn you, Ray Lynn. How dare you belittle me like this? One day you'll pay for it. The wine was turning the white velvet carpet into a bright red color. I had mixed all of the poison into that bottle. What was I supposed to do without it? So he didn't drink it? Okay. We're gonna retry. Let's see if he knocks over the glass. What happens? Let's see what happens if he doesn't knock over Spotty's milk. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. He put down the bottle. He then spoke to me in his drunken voice. I've won the lottery. He took another chug of the beer. I have won 1,000,000 won. I'm gonna get my son back. Sure, you won 1,000,000 won. What the cat hell did it have anything to do with me? I lowered my head and continued with my milk, ignoring the boring human. So things went well for Spotty. Let's see if things go well for Alicia. Probably not, but we will see. The exquisite-looking glass was smashed into pieces near my feet. The bodyguards of the one-armed man immediately raised their guns in case I tried to do something to their boss. What? Why? Why would she? The one-armed man himself was sitting calmly on the sofa, as if he was just waiting for a show. The old man looked at the one-armed man nervously, and looked back at me. He was still confused. Even though it hadn't gone as planned, I couldn't give up now. Go to hell, you dirty old monster. I bent down and picked up the largest piece. Oh god, she's not gonna... Dude, you're gonna get shot, Alicia. But my right hand was somehow blown to pieces right before my very eyes. Yep. And then I felt more bullets hitting me in the chest. Shoulders, stomach, legs. Wow, they just fucking lit her up. I could feel the white velvet carpet touching my face. It felt so soft. Slowly, it had turned into a bright red. This time, not from her. Okay. What if he grabs the bottle and does that? Okay, another changed ending for both of them. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but we shall see. The one-armed man accidentally knocked over the glass. The wine spilled out, turning the white velvet carpet to a bright red color. The old man was scared clueless, and he gave me a glance. Get over here and clean everything up for Boss Ray. I knelt before the man and wiped his black leather shoes clean. I picked up the glass and brought it back into the kitchen. When I returned to the room, the one-armed man had already left, and so had the bottle of wine. I overheard the housekeeper saying that the old man had thrown the bottle away because he felt it was jinxed. I had mixed all of the poison into that bottle. What was I supposed to do without it? Maybe things will still be good for her, though. He threw it away, but that doesn't mean that it's gone forever. He looked at me. I looked right back at him. We stared at each other with our different sized eyes. Of course, I had the bigger eyes. At a moment like this, I had to overpower him with my fearlessness. However, I quietly moved the milk glass behind me a little. I can just imagine having to stare down with a cat while they were drinking milk, and then they just move their paw around the cup, and they just, like, move it behind them, like, yeah, let's not fuck that up right now. That'd be fucking hilarious. After the standoff had lasted for a while, he stood back up, defeated. He turned away and walked into the nearby lottery place. Look, I won. Stupid human. Rank S ending for Spotty. What if we knock the glass over before he grabs the bottle? Again, rank S ending for Spotty, and this seems to be the only other possible outcome for Alicia to get a rank S ending, so this has to be it. This just has to be it. The exquisite looking glass was smashed into pieces near my feet. The one-armed man stared at me with a smile and emptied everything in the bottle onto the floor. The wine was turning the white velvet carpet to a bright red color. The red kept spreading, almost touching my feet. I wanted to step back, but I was paralyzed by his stare. I couldn't move my body even 1 inch. The old man came around after a little while. Did you poison the wine, you dirty bitch? To prove his innocence in front of the one-armed man, he grabbed a fork from the dessert tray and charged towards me in a rage. No. No. You were the one that should be dead, not me. Not now. I picked up the largest piece of glass from the floor and stabbed it towards the scumbag. Ooh! I don't know how this is going to be good for her, but maybe it will be. He stabbed the fork into my shoulder, but I had pushed the glass into his heart. That must have been a fucking giant piece of glass. The old man made a stifled sound, and he stared at me, death in his eyes. He probably had never imagined that one day he would die at the hands of one of his lab rats. This is still probably going to be good for her, because I'm assuming this boss, for whatever reason, is going to be like, you know what? That was pretty ballsy of you. I'm going to recruit you for some reason. I don't know. I realized that nothing mattered now. I knew I wouldn't be able to survive today. Heavenly Father, forgive me. Pulled the fork out of my shoulder and stabbed it toward... Whoa! Stabbed it towards my own neck. I felt it touching the skin and flesh on my neck. I needed to push a little harder to pierce my skin and force it into my artery. My right hand was trembling. My eyes were watering up. I had to use my left hand to support the other one. You must be alive to enjoy life. There's no need to die in a hurry. I knew it! I knew this was going to be good for her somehow. The fork was gone from my hand. The one-armed man flung his coat over my shoulder, still smiling. Then he held my freezing, trembling hands in one of his big palm. In his one big palm. I could not remember the last time I had felt such warmth. I broke down sobbing, uncontrollably. Yes! Rank S ending for both of them. Hell yeah! And we got another new letter on its own here. One for Alicia, and we still have one over here for Lee Win. I think I'm just going to do Lee Win's letter and then in this episode, but it depends on how far or how much I've recorded by the time I finish this. So, let's see. Life is like a box of chocolate milk. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? As soon as I walked into school that morning, I knew that something was wrong. Everyone I knew and didn't know was looking at me with a strange look, and they were all talking about something in a hushed voice. That was the girl. Wasn't the new teacher here? He was pretty old, wasn't he? Honestly, I wouldn't say no to a teacher as handsome as him. But living together? No, can't do. Living together? What on earth are you talking about? Jean was standing at the door of the classroom. She rushed towards me and dragged me into the restroom as soon as she saw me. She pulled out her phone and showed it to me. It was the top post on the school BBS forum. Oh, Jimmy, you didn't do this, did you? Senior student Lee Win from Class 1 living together with hot new art teacher. Yeah, that was... Fucking Jimmy. There were also a few photos of me and Mr. Win clearly taken... Yep, it was Jimmy. From a distance in secret. All of them were from the evening of the exhibition. There were pictures of us at the entrance, in the cafe, even one with us going into our building. Dear God, what the hell were all these? What did you do? Did you piss somebody off? Why would somebody stalk you and take pictures of you and then make them public? What is going on? I carefully read the post again. It was posted by a newly registered account with no other information at all. The poster clearly wanted to remain anonymous. I thought about it as hard as I could for a long time, yet I still had no clue. It's Jimmy! It's Jimmy! It's Jimmy! I honestly couldn't think of anyone who would be so mad at me as to do this. How would I ever explain this whole thing? I ran to the third floor of the office building, hoping to explain myself to Miss Yang. Just as I was about to step into the hallway, two tall boys stopped me, smirking. Miss Lee, we heard that you have been living together with the new art teacher. He isn't even that handsome, is he? What do you think about us, Miss Lee? Would you like to give us a shot? I was thinking about how to get rid of these losers when I saw Mr. Wen come out from one of the offices and pass nearby. He had obviously noticed me, but he pretended that he hadn't. All of my strength had suddenly left my body. I was at a loss. I didn't want to stay in school for one more moment. I ran back to the classroom, grabbed my backpack, and ran away from the school in plain sight of everyone. There was a 7-Eleven on my way home. My stomach started rumbling when I arrived at the store entrance. I walked in and bought a box of chocolate milk. I also ended up giving them the wrong bill. Then I left the store. I walked into the small alley that led to my building. I felt a sudden spell of dizziness, and I blacked out. I fell to the ground. What? My wallet fell out. The milk box was opened, and the milk was gurgling down my throat. What? Why was it gurgling down your throat if you were blacked out? In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet and throw the empty milk box into a nearby trash can. Who the fuck is... Who is it? Who is it? He carried me on his shoulder and kept walking deeper into the alley. My eyes began to slowly close shut, and I felt as if I couldn't open them anymore. Oh, it better not fucking be Jimmy. Jimmy, you and me are gonna have some fucking words if this is you. Oh no, I'm being taken away by a bad man. I'm screwed. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself locked inside a strange room without a window. My school uniform, shirt, and underwear were scattered on the floor. Everything was dirty and ruined, including me. Okay, it's probably not Jimmy then. Pain was coming from all over my body, reminding me that this wasn't the first time I had woken up. Wasn't the first time? As in, I guess you woke up and struggled and they had to hit you or something. The door screeched and opened. A man wearing beach shorts and a tank top walked in. I recognized him. I finally realized that for some people in this world there was nothing beneath them. Robbery, kidnapping, even... I tried to back away from him, but my legs were tied to the table, and I couldn't move. Not even 1 inch. I could only shut my eyes, hoping that I could wish myself into passing out again. Who is it? Who the fuck is it? I had hoped someone had noticed me when I was taken. If only I had left some clues. Somebody help me. Lee Wen. I guess if I'm gonna leave clues, it's gonna be for Jimmy. Okay. What if her wallet fell out before she walked into the small alley? Maybe that will change things. I mean, it's gonna change things, but I don't know. Let's see. In a haze, I saw a dark, thick hand pick up the empty milk box and throw it into a trash can. He carried me on his shoulder and kept walking deeper into the alley. My eyes began to slowly close shut. I felt as if I couldn't open them anymore. Oh, more. I'm being taken away by Batman. I'm screwed. My school uniform, shirt, and a scattered and dirty ruin, including me. Somebody, please help me. Perhaps God had heard my prayers. It wasn't the goddamn man in the tank top who walked through the door this time. This time? Wait. What? This time? What do you mean? It was 2 men in police uniforms instead, as well as Mr. Wen holding my wallet in his hand. What the shit? I hid under the table and crouched into a ball. I didn't want him to see me like this. Why? Why did it take you so long? I am very confused by that ending. I'm very confused by that ending. Okay, then. The only thing I can imagine now would be walk into the alley as the last thing. So basically she's not even going to go into the alley because she passes out before she even gets in there. I fell down the stairs at the door of the 7... Oh god, is she going to die now? Unfortunately, the cashier wasn't paying attention as there hadn't been too many customers. So I feel like he would have been paying attention then, because there weren't so many. In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet and throw the empty milk box into a nearby trash can. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying in a hospital bed. The doctor said I had fallen down the stairs at the door of the 7-Eleven and broken my right arm, and I needed to rest for a few days at home. The smell of the detergent in the hospital made me feel sick, and I didn't want to stay for one more second. But somebody had taken my wallet, and I couldn't pay my bill so that I could leave. They will let you leave and then figure out the bill situation later. They're not going to force you to stay there. I mean, I don't know the hospitals in China, but at least in America, that's how it is. It feels like they're not going to let you leave, but they will. They're not going to hold you hostage. Why did bad things keep happening to me? After school, Jing showed up at the hospital. She gave me a big hug, and I broke down crying. Rank B ending. Huh? A piece went missing. Sometimes this will happen. And this letter, because Li Wen fainted in front of the store, she would not be able to walk into the small alley anymore. That's what I thought. Therefore, this piece disappeared. Usually, a piece will disappear when the subject of the actions described in the piece is no longer active. This is not only confined to the sender of the letter, it could also be because of someone mentioned in the letter. Again, it depends. The important thing is to think about why they might disappear. I see. That's exactly what I was thinking. So it's here now. What if the wallet falls out, I think, before... I don't know how this is going to be a different ending, but we shall see. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying in a hospital bed. The doctor said I had fallen down the stairs at the door of the 7-Eleven and broken my right arm, and I needed to rest for a few days at home. Why did bad things keep happening to me? The smell of the detergent in the hospital made me feel sick, and I didn't want to stay for one more second. Fortunately, I had just enough money in my wallet to pay the bill. Then I left in a hurry. So I'm assuming she dropped the wallet, picked it back up, and then drank the milk, and then passed out? Okay. Rank A ending. Still haven't gotten the S ending, but I don't know what else I could do. What if she gets dizzy first? I don't know. Oh, that's an ending I already got. Okay, let me see. What if she falls out? What if it goes like this? What if the wall... Okay. It's a rank A ending I already got. Shit. Okay, that's another ending. The milk box opens, then she walks into the alley, the wallet falls, and then she passes out. I don't know how this is really gonna change, but... In a haze, I saw a dark and thick hand pick up my wallet. He carried me on his shoulder, kept walking deep into the alley. I'm just gonna skip until... Oh! I tried my best to focus all of my remaining strength and squeezed the milk box in my hand. The milk drops left a trail on the ground. Soon, the box was emptied out, and there was nothing left. My eyes began to slowly close shut, and I felt like I couldn't open them anymore. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself locked inside a strange room without a window. So her stuff was scattered on the floor, everything was dirty and ruined, including her. Pain. Door screeched open. I tried to back away from him, but my legs were tied to the table and I couldn't move even 1 inch. Okay. Somebody please help me. Okay. Another bad ending. So what if her wallet falls out first? So the wallet and the milk are going to be left behind. Let's see. In a haze, I saw a pair of dark and thick hands pick me up from the ground. He then carried me on his shoulder. Yes! Okay. Try my best. The milk drops left a trail on the ground. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Ooh. He took another turn into an even more obscure tiny path deep inside the alley. Okay. Maybe it was my final wish, but I thought I saw somebody running towards us. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying in my own bed, covered with a warm blanket. My bag and wallet were on a chair next to my bed. There was no one else in the room. Someone who had been passing by must have saved me. Although, how would a random hero know where I lived? My phone buzzed twice. It was probably Mr. Wynn, if I had to imagine. Jing had texted me more than once. Are you okay? I just heard that the school BBS had been hacked. Everything was gone. I felt better, or feel better, okay? Everything will get better soon. Jing, thank you. Hackers. A hero who saved me, and Mr. Wynn. So many things had happened today. I pulled up the blanket to cover my face. I had been completely drained. I didn't want to think about anything anymore. And there we go, a rank S ending. And we got 2 new letters here. Bachelor's pad, keep out. That's a new person. Troubles in the middle of summer. A new Lee Win letter. I'm assuming maybe this is, since it's connected, maybe this is the person who saved her. Don't know who it is though. It's not Win and it's not Jimmy. Anyways, we made quite a bit of progress, and I don't think I messed up at all really in this episode, so I don't think I'm gonna have to cut anything out, which is good for y'all. And I also use a different recording program now, so my videos hopefully will upload a lot quicker, so that makes things easier on me for getting these videos out to y'all, because currently I have to wait about 6 hours to get one of these videos uploaded, which is just a little bit too ridiculous. But I think it's because of the file size, and like I said, in this new program, it's a smaller file size, so it'll be able to upload quicker, but I don't lose any quality in the process, so that's good. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna end this here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.